We had a big afternoon storm here. It was raining very strong. So now the temperature dropped down a little bit and it's much better to breathe and walk around. So just gonna continue with the cruising for a couple more hours. And we just entering the most iconic, one of the most iconic places in Prague, and that's a Karl's Bridge over the Vltava River. You can see the St. Nicholas Church in between the towers. We visited this afternoon. The construction of the bridge began in 1347 and finished in 1402. It took 45 years to build this bridge. This neighborhood around the bridge is called Kampa. And that's the bridge. And up on the hill, that's the cathedral and Prague castle we visited this morning. This is the statue of Duke Brunswick, and the legends say that he was accompanied by his faithful lion anywhere he went. This is the statue of one of the Czech saints, Saint John of Nepomuk. And the tradition is to touch one of those two smaller statues just for the good luck reasons. As you can see, people really touching those places. This is the statue of Karl IV, who was a king of Bohemia and the Caesar of the Holy Roman Empire, the most powerful emperor of his time in Europe. And this is Old Town Square. Looks like another storm is coming. This is a Gothic church of Our Lady Before Teen. And this is the Old City Hall. And this is the most famous Prague's astronomical clock. This is a statue of John Hus, Czech priest and reformer who was burned alive in 1415. And the day of his death, July 6th, is celebrated as the national holiday. Hello hikers, travelers and nature lovers. This is Blue Jacket. Today we're gonna start our Czech Republic adventure here in front of the National Theatre. The theater construction was financed strictly from donations. No government money was involved to build this theater. And it opened in 1881. Unfortunately, right after the premiere, it burned down, but people put money together again and it was reopened in 1883. This is one of the most famous microbreweries and pubs in Prague, established in 1499, and the name is Ufleku. They are not open yet, they open at 11, but they let me in and shoot a short video so you can see what it looks like here. So this is the outside sitting, and their beer is the most famous. And this is one of the most famous Prague structure, dancing house. This is a very important place of a Czech history. In 1942, during World War II, the Czechoslovakian exile government based in London sent a group of Czechoslovakian parachuters back to the country with a top secret mission: to assassinate the third highest ranking Nazi officer Reinhard Heydrich. After the job was well done, the parachuters were hiding in this church. And those are the two main parachutes, two main members of that group, Gabčík and Kubiš. Unfortunately, the Gestapo, the secret Nazi police, got aware of them and they surrounded the church. There was a several hours shootout inside the church, in which in the end all the members of the parachute groups were either shot or some of them commit suicide rather than be captured by the Nazis. The assassination was one of the most heroic events created and executed by Czech resistance during the World War II. And this is the crypt where the parachutes were hiding. This is a park on the Karl Square. I'm gonna just chill here for a little bit, enjoy the greens, and take a little break. I'm gonna return back to the Old Town Square I finished last night, and the best way to get there is to use a metro. Prague has a very nice metro system. We'll see. Three lines in Prague, A, B, and C. Alright, here on the transfer station we're gonna switch from B yellow line to A green line. Here we are again in front of the astronomical clock, and the show should start just in a few minutes. It's happening every hour. And those are apostles, and they are changing all 12 apostles. And this is the Old Town Square. I was here last night, today in the daylight. This is one of many entering gates to the city. When the inner Prague was expanding, they got rid of the walls, but they preserved the towers. And this building is the Czech National Bank. And this is a Jerusalem synagogue. This is the main Prague's venue, the Wenceslav Square. It's the biggest square in Prague, and many historical events took place here. The main feature of the square is this equestrian statue of Saint Václav, patron and protector of the Czech land. And the statue is accompanied by other saints from a Czech history. And this magnificent building up on the hill at the end of the square is the National Museum, established in 1818. Czech lion. And this is the entering hall inside the museum.